Hello and welcome back to another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. Guys, we're back on the Gold Coast and we are actually working on my own personal vehicle today, the 2015 to 2000 current SR5 Hilux or Rogue or whatever, they're all the same. Even the Workmate is going to have the same outer door handle. Now, unfortunately, they are prone to, when you reef on them, snapping, but realistically, it's just the design of the handle. This isn't something that happens all the time. At the end of the day, guys, we sell them because they do break, and I'm gonna show you today how to fit it. Now, it is gonna be fairly straightforward. If you don't have the keyless entry little button, then this job's gonna be much easier. But if you do, there are a few extra steps we're gonna take to get this out properly the right way every time. Now, guys, if you do need this part, we have them available here at Parts Factory. Right now, we only have the chrome type, but most of the utes are chrome, except for the Workmates and the Rogues. They seem to have like gone with the black, but with a bit of sprinkle over it. I'm not sure why. But anyway, guys, I won't muck you around it any further. Let's jump straight into this one. I'm expecting it's gonna take about 10 minutes. So here we go. Alrighty, guys. So basically, if you open this door and you look at this little plastic cap, you will see you can get in there with a nice little, maybe a blade just to pop that off. And then yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull that lock barrel out and then hopefully the handle can come out. But we will need to see how the wiring's all set up in there. So we'll get to that when we get to it, I guess. So I've just gone ahead and grabbed this little pointy nose pair of pliers, and obviously you wanna do this without scratching anything. That was fairly straightforward. You can pop that cap out, look straight in there, and you've got a Torx bit. I'll check out the size now. Alrighty, guys, so it is a T30 or T27. You just put it straight in the door here, popping that out. Now, it will not come completely out, because at that point you can close your door. You should be able to now simply grab the lock barrel and just remove it like so. Really great design, that. Alrighty, guys, so if the cap is what you're missing, at this point, you can grab your new Parts Factory cap and door handle out of the bag. Obviously, if there's nothing wrong with your handle, keep your handle as a spare, because eventually it is going to break. And then yeah, you can grab your cap, pull it out of the bag. I've obviously grabbed the rear here, but it's okay, it really doesn't matter. You could pop basically this little tab off, and see how that cap just pops off like that? At that point, you can go ahead and clip this cap, which would be the driver's front, straight on like so. Alrighty, guys, so at this point, if you have this key button, then it's going to be a bit more challenging, but if you don't, this is the best part. You can literally just grab your door handle, pull it out, and pull it to the left, and it will pop out like that, and it'll be in your hand. The same way this one is like this. If you have, however, the keyless entry type, we're going to have to pull off the door skin. I've had a look in there. It doesn't seem like I can pull out that plug without pulling out the door skin without running the risk of breaking anything. So I'm going to pull off the door skin. I'm pretty sure it's quite easy, and then make sure your window's up in the up position. And yeah, I think at that point it should be easy. It'll just be plug, remove, boom, done. So I'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, guys, so at this point you need to make sure your window's up. So turn your ignition on, window right in the up position. Now we're going to pull off this door trim. So if you run your hands around the edges, let's have a look. It doesn't feel like there's any clips on the bottom or screws on the bottom. So you see, yeah, this is going to be quite easy. If you do lose any clips, just grab it, bring it up, and get ready to put it back on the trim once we've gotten back to it. Now I would say behind this trim piece here, you're going to have some Torx bits. Yes, so once you've got it popped around the edges, you can then come here and just pop up this leather piece here, and then you will expose pretty much, there's a little white tab here which I'm a bit confused about. Oh yeah, you just pull up on the white tab. So if you come under and push that white tab forward, that little tab just like that, and push it forward, and this trim piece will pop up and out of the way. Just so we've got a bit of space. And at this point, it's time to grab a Phillips head screwdriver, and we're going to undo these Phillips heads. Might be easier to use an electric tool. You can kind of push on them and twist. So you got one, Oh yeah, that one's quite tight. And 2. Remember, you're just going to leave all these goodies down by your side because we're going to be coming back fairly quickly, I would say. So most of it should just still be clips, and then we're going to pull this JBL speaker cover off because it's going to get in our way as well. They are just pressure clips usually. I'm just going to have a look behind. Yep. So it's just a tweeter housing. You can just leave that tweeter there, just chilling. And then we're just going to keep persisting along, expecting clips, right? I'm just having a look at this last one here. If we grab our flathead screwdriver we had before, I would say behind this door handle, this little plastic trim, you just stab your flathead in and twist it out. If it does fall, it's not the end of the world. And yes, there seems to be one more Phillips head in this door handle we're going to get. And that way, I would say that this is going to pop up like so. Pop it up into the air. And then, of course, you look behind, unplug the master control switch and the door handles. 1, 2, what else have we got? We've got some ambient lighting running towards the back, which we're going to unplug. If you need, just use your flathead screwdriver to pop the plugs. We've got master control switch plug. I'm going to show you everything once I've got this off. But yeah, it's at this point it's fairly self-explanatory. You just pop it off all the plugs and whatnot. Yeah, so you had this plug here. You have these door handle rods, which you just pop the white part out this direction, and then pop the ball out. Same thing, pop the green out, pop the ball out. And your 3 plugs, and of course that tweeter. And the JBL speakers look all right. Yeah, so just pop that door card to the side now. We are pretty much done with that. So at this point, the area where you want to access is in here. So you grab the plastic and just pull it down a bit. There you go there. You can kind of just like fold it over and just leave it chilling. And I'm gonna now grab my other camera so you can see a bit better. Well, this is Toyota engineering for you. So we pulled the door card off to get in here because we were afraid that it was gonna break, and it's still a good idea to do this. But what I realized as I was pulling this out and kind of like rotating it back and forth, watch this. This is like an automatic release system. You watch this, ready? So I'm just gonna rock it back and forth, and look at that. It unclips itself, and then that means that it can come around the front and be pulled out through, like, are you joking? It unclips itself, and then you can work on it out here, and then put it all back together. Guys, that is incredible. Look at that. It's like a self-unclipping clip. It's absolutely mental. Alrighty guys, so that means that in theory, you could not pull off the door card, but I honestly, I would still do it. The risk is just too great. If you break any components in there, then you'll be up for significantly more money. Alrighty guys, so we're here now. So if you just pop this little grey trim up, it's basically just holding the wiring. Just go like that, pop it up this direction and hold it with your finger, then come back around and do the same thing on this side. Then that wiring pops off like that. And then yeah, of course, at this point, the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Pop that off, and that's how you remove your door handle, guys. All right, so at this point, you'd have your new door handle. Obviously this one, it doesn't have the button on it, so it doesn't need any of this wiring, but we will sell both. So whether or not you need one or the other, just cruise onto the website, links in the description, and you can find the door handle you need. So obviously there's nothing wrong with mine, so I'm gonna pretend like this is the new one. So you just bring it in, plug it in, flip it over. Remember to route the wires all neatly in the door handle itself, the way it was when you pulled it off. You just push all those wires down and pop that in. And then you got your little self-locking mechanism, which is gonna tuck through the door somehow, craziness. Let's have a go. Absolutely wild. I've never, ever seen something like that before in my life. But anyway, I'm struggling a bit to get it in. I'm gonna kind of like force it in really. And then yeah, once it's in like that, you can then just bring it in, put your door handle back in the correct way. Yep, there you go. So it tucks in like that. Now just line up all your little seals and grommets and whatnot. And then of course you go back around on the other side. And yeah, you obviously, that little auto release mechanism. See, this is the part where I don't really understand. Maybe they design it so that you can kind of quick release it, but I'm actually gonna put that clip back in just so that plug cannot fall out. So I've done that, that's great. And then yeah, guys, at this point, you've realized the rest is pretty straightforward. So put your door card back on. All right, guys, so you can now go ahead and put all your door card back on, which I know you've already realized. Nice and straightforward. Put your interior light in to start, because it's over to the right. We'll go from right to the left. Just plug it in and then make sure that the little light is, yeah, the little locator is, you know what I'm saying. You can see the little male part needs to go into the little clip, so it's kind of like tucked out of the way. Otherwise it can get caught in all the workings of the door. Oh, yep. There you go, so clip that in. Yep, you can actually hear that click. I will go as far as saying that that actually wasn't in from factory. Toyota did not, the factory did not clip that in, so I've actually never seen that either. Almost always clipped properly. A few things I've never seen on this car. Yeah, so obviously you've got your plugs for your switches coming in from different angles, whatnot. You do need to sometimes just have a look, get your bearing, and regroup. One's a master switch plug. A bit difficult getting that in, to be honest. They haven't really made it very long, but I have still got it. Thank God. I'm just gonna rotate it around. Hopefully none of it breaks. And then you've obviously got your door handles, which if you can get them off, you can get them back on. You're just popping those ball bearings back in. You've got green on the bottom and of course white on the top. Now grab your tweeter, bring it out, make sure it's out of the door card, and pop the door card over the top of the metal, and then it'll sit down. At this point, I want to get this door card rectified and all back to square. So put the, sorry, not the door card, the tweeter. Put the tweeter back in its little position. That's if you've got the tweeters. Some of you might not. I think it's a rogue only or option only. Yeah, so it just clips in. So you just literally grab it and push it in, and then yeah, you grab the thing and you can just tap it in like that. Now, as you can imagine, you got those large Phillips heads. These are your main support, so they're going to be the first thing we get done properly. So you can just push them into the door and it tightens up like so. Nice and easy. Now, you got this Phillips head in the door handle. This is also important so you don't feel it flexing when you're lifting it. You just grab the Phillips head, let it tighten, and then of course you got that little aesthetic cap. Yeah, it's just a clip in again, push and click. Now, around the edges, you just hit and everything will go back into place. And then yeah, that's looking like it, guys, other than our last little leather trim piece that we're gonna push that little white tab in so it kind of like feeds in there. It's a bit of a bizarre little thing. I don't know why it's a bit of an over-engineered thing, I would say, but nevertheless. And then you can just grab that trim, bring it down, popping it into place, and all that's back to square one. Now guys, usually you want to be getting rid of, if this is a customer's car, etc, etc, and obviously these are new cars, you get rid of all this bloody grime you've put around the car. You can use any sort of cleaner, etc, but yeah, you don't want all that bloody stuff, your fingerprints and whatnot all over the car. I'm looking pretty. All right, so you can now shut the door, and then of course you got your last little lock barrel, which you put your new lock barrel in. You can come along and you can literally just stab that in like so. Open it back up, and then remember, you have that Torx bit in here, which you can just grab. And sometimes when you're doing this, you kind of need to get the timing right. It can be a little bit of a mission. If it doesn't go in immediately, just pull it back out and just make sure that everything is clear, including lining up your little plastic or your rubber seal. So I'm going to try it again. Based on what I can see here, I was missing. So I'm going to push it in again, but at the same time I'm pushing it, also going to tighten. So what I had to do is I had to put the little tool in and just bring the plastic forward. Now I think it'll go in now. There you go there, guys. So that's the trick. All right, guys, that's job complete. Alrighty, guys, that's how you remove and replace Toyota Hilux door handle. Realistically, fairly straightforward. If you do want to risk it and pull that door handle with the keyless entry off without being on the other end, you can see that it can be done. Give it a wiggle and eventually it goes clicks. Only problem is you're not technically going to be reassembling it properly, so you know, it's up to you what you want to do. But other than that, guys, my name is Lucas Drabsch. Thanks for watching another Parts Factory Australia installation video. If you can, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You never know, this could be a good channel to have in your tool belt. All right, see you later, guys.